Once this goes up, we'll count. Okay, so we got that. There we go. We're live. We're back. Well, I'm back with someone else. Hi, welcome. Welcome. Nerd Attempts to Save the World, episode 3. Hello, everyone out there. I hope you're in for a fun treat. I brought a very energetic friend of mine. He works with me. I met him probably about 6 months ago. We became instantaneous friends. He's got a lot to say. We got a lot to cover tonight, so we're going to get right into it. But everyone, welcome Kyle Shaub.
Hi.
Say something else.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Say something.
I don't know. Alright, I'm Kyle. I'm also known as Sir Colt in the game of Amtgard. I am a raging LARP nerd. I have been watching anime for dozens of years, and James is my boy. What up?
Alright, so that'll get us, introduction done. We're going to start with something funny like we did last week. That seemed to get the ball rolling in a good way. What happened this week? Kyle and I actually went out to lunch. I went to Wegmans. Wegmans, not Legmans.
Wegmans.
Woo. Okay. Wegmans. Went to Wegmans, and I decided to get corn tamales. You should really try the corn tamales. Now, I'm going to give you a suggestion. The outer layer, it does look like it's food to some people. We're not naming names. It's not food. Do not eat the outer layer. When it goes into your mouth, it has a very papery taste and feel and texture. And it's not pleasant, and I don't think you digest it well. So if you're going to get the corn tamales at Wegmans, take it from me first. Don't eat the paper.
It wasn't pretty. Not even a little bit. Watch now.
All right, so what do you want to talk about first?
John Hurt, Doctor Who.
Yeah. All right. So we want to give a really nice send-off to John Hurt, a very talented, brilliant actor. He's been in everything. We checked IMDb before we came on.
Yep.
We saw that he was in Harry Potter. He was Ollivander in Harry Potter. He was in Hellboy.
He was.
What was the other one you saw?
He was in, he was in Black Cauldron. Actually.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Played the voice of the Horned King.
He played the voice of the Horned King.
V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta. He played the evil Chancellor, Supreme Chancellor Sutton. Is that the name? Sutton.
I think that's something like that. Yeah.
Well, whatever it is. But we definitely wanted to give him a proper send off and just say, thank you for all of that you did for the nerd community, as well as acting in all of these amazing franchises. So thank you very much. You will be sorely missed. The War Doctor. May you rest in peace. Your war has ended.
Godspeed, sir.
All right. But there was other news in the Doctor Who franchise this week. It has been announced that Peter Capaldi is leaving the series. And his last show will be Christmas this year. He has been the Doctor for about 3 years. It feels like it's over way too soon.
It does feel shorter. Did he have a shorter time on the show than Tennant and Matt Smith?
Tennant, yes. Smith, no. Smith was the Doctor for 3 years, and for all the Whovilles out there, if I'm wrong, you're going to correct me. Jackie, I'm talking to you.
Whovians.
Yeah. But there's, I think Matt Smith was on for about 3 years, and Peter Capaldi actually was on for 3 years. At the end of this year, it'll be 3 years that he was the Doctor.
So it's about a 3-year rotation in between.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how it's designed. I mean, David Tennant, he was on for a while. Chris Eccleston only was on for a season. When they rebooted the Doctor Who series, then they had David Tennant come on, and he was on for a while because, he, for a lot of people, is their favorite Doctor, and has my favorite episode, Don't Blink. Don't Blink. The Library was really good, River Song. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I think out of all of them, Tennant was probably my favorite Doctor, because I watched him when he was part of the Royal Shakespeare Company, when he was in Hamlet, because he actually played Hamlet. And, I saw that, and I started going back and watching Doctor Who episodes. And because I had tried to start with Eccleston, it just wasn't good enough. But Tennant's my boy.
I think Eccleston gets a bad rap, and this is what I'm going to say about Eccleston. I agree with you. There were a lot of issues in the beginning. I don't think the chemistry between him and Rose was great until they got to the end of the first season when John Barrowman was on the series, as well as Rose and No Child. I can't remember the name of it, but it was the one where they all had the freaky gas mask, and Rose had all the knowledge in the world, and it was a very poignant episode. But I think Chris Eccleston just never really felt comfortable.
Agreed. When I started watching the series with Eccleston in it, I kind of never really got the whole Doctor Who thing. I'm still not really part of that fandom.
Yeah.
But then I watched the way Tennant portrayed him and the way Matt Smith did it, and I went, okay, this is a much more likable kind of character. Eccleston was really whimsical at times.
Yeah.
But he always had that kind of matter-of-fact thing that he always did. Oh, this is the thing. Yep, we did the thing. Let's move on. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's a very point A to point B to point C kind of doctor.
I'm a goofball. If you watched my episode last week, you can... I know, right?
No clue.
I'm a goofball. I like to be self-deprecating. I like to have humor done to myself. That's kind of why I cling to Matt Smith. He was my favorite Doctor, still is. I liked his very Dick Van Dyke tendencies that he had with the role. I thought that was very well done. I liked the fez and the bow tie. Bow ties are cool. Fezzes are cool.
Bill Nye,
exactly.
Matt Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Owners
Bill
of the bow
Nye,
tie.
Matt Smith, owners of the bow tie. I thought they did it great justice. I owned one bow tie because of it. I wore it to work once, and I can't pull it off.
Never worn a bow tie. I have a Sonic the Hedgehog tie that I wore in my 5th grade graduation that I still have in my closet. I will break it out for a special occasion.
You should have broke it out today. You really should have broke it out today. So we've been dissecting who we think the next Doctor should be. I think it's going to come to no surprise to a lot of Whovians, especially with what happened with the Master in the past couple seasons. We're both of the mind we want to see a female Doctor.
I think it's time. Absolutely.
I think we need to see a female Doctor. Now, Kyle, you had a really interesting pick.
I would like to see, this is actually a conversation I had with Monica before, but one of the things that I think we'd both like to see is Tilda Swinton give it a shot. I just saw Doctor Strange in theaters again for the second time on Sunday, and we were watching her play the Ancient One, and I really dig her portrayal of stuff. I mean, she was Gabriel in Constantine.
Yes.
And she did an amazing job there, but I really think that she could nail it if she wanted to. She has that kind of serious but somewhat whimsical sort of vibe about her when she wants it, and I think it's really cool. She could totally do it.
Okay,
absolutely.
All right. I like Tilda Swinton. I think that she would be an interesting Doctor. I mean, she has the acting chops to play anyone. She's got more of a reminiscent. I think that she would be that cold Doctor. I see her being more of a cold Doctor that internalizes a lot of things and then just basically comes up with the solution and is very like the first Doctor, where the first Doctor was just very matter-of-fact, and it's like, this is how it is, blah, 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 let's move on.
Yeah, but I wonder if she has that kind of Patrick Stewart vibe about her. The guy was the captain, right? I mean, he was Picard, so he can be very business-oriented, but have you ever seen that man do comedy?
Oh, he's amazing.
It's fantastic. Yeah. I think there is another side to Tilda Swinton that would knock it out of the park and where she could be as
Tilda Swinton did do a movie recently where she played a boss, and she killed it. What was that movie? Oh, no. I watched it with Kate. Kate probably knows what it is, and it's on the tip of her tongue. It was a comedy. The Amy Adams comedy. The Amy Adams comedy, LeBron James was in it.
Oh, God.
Stop. All right, it was a comedy. She played Amy Adams' boss in the movie, and she worked for a magazine, and it was, she was just an airhead. It was great. So Tilda Swinton, I definitely agree. I think Tilda Swinton would be an amazing choice. If I did have to pick a guy, This is going to probably come as no surprise to a lot of people because I'm sure that everyone is yelling. But I would like to see Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, he's already Sherlock Holmes. He's already got a huge...
But here's the thing, and this is actually a point of contention that my wife and I
schedule doesn't even have time for it.
No Brit. Okay, here's the thing. British actors. Would you agree with me? If you see any Britain movie, you're going to see the same actors in every Britain movie.
Tell it to Martin Freeman. He wasn't in The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Martin Freeman would be a good choice, too.
Yeah, he'd be fun.
Martin Freeman would be a good choice. He's a little short.
Nothing wrong with that.
Doctors seem to be tall. Doctors seem to be tall. They have two hearts. You know, I don't know. Their circulation.
Martin Freeman, future Time Lord.
Yeah.
Stamp it. Done.
All right, so we're going to see Martin Freeman and Tilda Swinton. Or Tilda Swinton and Martin Freeman as a companion.
That would work for me.
Okay.
That would be
Tilda
awesome.
Swinton. All right, write this down, Moffat. Tilda Swinton. And we're going to have Martin Freeman be the companion. Unless you bring back the companion I've always wanted to see, but unfortunately he is now the host of a late-night show, James Corden, when he played Craig, and he had his baby.
I have a soft spot in my heart for James Corden. Like, I was wondering how it was going to work out with him coming over to late night, but he's knocking it out of the park. I love the Carpool Karaoke series.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's
he's
absolutely
doing an amazing job. I think he's definitely someone to look at, but I loved him as Craig, as the companion to Matt Smith. I wanted to see that buddy-buddy comedy, and I didn't get enough episodes of that. I wanted that. Didn't happen.
That's fair.
All right. So I'm sure we could talk Doctor Who the rest of the time, and I'm sure some of you want us to. I know we could absolutely get into a lot of different theories about the Weeping Angels and all that, but we're going to move on to something that Kyle's been playing recently. I'm going to let him do a lot of the talking on it, but I'm just going to explain my history with the game. Resident Evil just came out with a new game, Resident Evil 7. It is, for all intents and purposes, a continuation of the story of the Umbrella Corporation. I'm guessing you can explain that to me. The only Resident Evil I ever played was the first one. I was young. I played a lot of...
You said, like, I was young, I didn't know any better.
I didn't know any better. I was
Resident
like,
Evil games are so good, though.
Oh, Resident Evil. Okay, I'm just going to pop it in. Is this a side-scroller? Am I Mario jumping up and down? Am I Legend of Zelda going on a quest into a dungeon?
It's so naive. It's adorable.
Yeah, okay. Here's how long I played Resident Evil 1. I walked down the hallway. The window crashed open. The dog that was really freaky looking scared the crap out of me. I turned the power off and said, nope. Then, gave it another try at a friend's house. We were playing Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. So you're in this strange town in the beginning of the game, and it's really freaky, and then all of a sudden a horn goes off, and these people come after you. Out of nowhere, the person I was playing gets split in half by a chainsaw. Freaked me out. I couldn't do it. So I went back to my Legend of Zelda hole and RPGs and left Resident Evil to other people.
And you never came out of the Zelda hole.
Oh, no.
The hole got deeper.
This is getting worse. I might start showing you everything I get each week. It's like 3 items a week. I have a problem. Anyways, Resident Evil 7. Tell me everything.
Okay, so I've only been playing for about a week and a half, because I actually just found out about it through a handful of, Let's Play videos. But Resident Evil 7 is hands down the best game I have played in the last few years. Straight up.
That's a big endorsement.
I know. But the reason why is because I'm invested. It's a franchise that we all know, we all love, but this game takes it and does things completely different. Now, I haven't played through a huge portion of it yet, but it's a first-person perspective instead of the normal over-the-shoulder view that we're used to. It doesn't feel like a normal run-around, shoot-up-the-zombies kind of game. It's much more of an exploration, puzzle-solving horror game. And that's something that I find absolutely enticing, and I'm on the edge of my seat the whole time I'm playing. It's wonderful. Resident Evil kind of took things back and went back to the roots of what the zombie genre is supposed to be.
Okay.
Now, I was wondering why they went to first person. And I was going through the settings, and I'm like, it kind of didn't really make sense, why they would do the shaky cam, why they would have zombies, dragging you to the ground. And then I remembered, PS4 has VR. This is a game that will scare the crap out of you if you are playing VR. And it's completely different than any other Resident Evil game because so far I've heard no references to Umbrella.
Okay.
It's not in Raccoon City. The whole premise of the game is that you're basically this dude, Ethan, and you are living in, I believe, Texas, and your wife goes missing for 3 years. Eventually, out of nowhere, you get an email from her with like a video that says, "Hey, Ethan, come find me." So, of course, you hop in the car, you drive to the Louisiana Bayou to go find her, and you come upon this abandoned house. You're exploring the house. The house is all kinds of run down and just nasty. There's dead things all over the ground. It's completely abandoned. And then, of course, you explore and you solve things, and you eventually reunite with your wife, and hijinks ensue. But the thing I found the most interesting is that the zombies that you're fighting, they're not normal zombies. Normally, when you pop a zombie in the brains, it falls down, because you always shoot them in the brains.
Yes. Headshot, double tap, cardio.
These zombies, you can shoot in the head, cut off their body parts, set them on fire, and walk away, and they still don't die. The same recurring zombies will find you over and over again. And they speak, they're fluent. There was a thing in the trailer where they actually showed a dinner scene where you were sitting down with like Ma and Pa and, you know, brother Lucas and whoever else with Grandmama, and there's a big like feast spread out, and they basically try to feed you body parts, first person. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I was like, why are the zombies talking? What's going on here? And it's been absolutely wonderful. But as you explore the house, you eventually reunite with your wife. There are a couple of various monsters and bad guys that, of course, you can shoot up.
Okay.
But the game has enough of a balance between killing zombies and then exploration and puzzle mode to where you don't feel like you're playing a normal shoot-'em-up, kill all the zombies kind of game like a Left 4 Dead. But you also don't get bored just wandering around this abandoned house the whole time. It has the perfect balance between gameplay, entertainment value, and just scare factor, because the zombies are always coming after you doing different things. At one point, a zombie like messes up your body, like cuts off limbs, and then basically rolls you a first aid med pack and says, "Hey buddy, heal yourself." You pour the liquid on yourself and you reattach your limbs and you're good to go. It's completely out there and ridiculous, and I can't wait to play more because I want to see, like, why are these zombies talking? Why are they not normal, like, brains, you know? I haven't seen a liquor yet. I haven't seen any of the crazy, like, really out there stuff, but I've explored enough of the house to see how the puzzles are going to work, and there's nothing really being spoon-fed to me as I play. It's a lot of, like, you walk up, you see there's like a puzzle thing, you can kind of assess the situation, look around, and then go, okay, I know the solution to this is around here somewhere, and if I can't find it right now in the next 5 minutes, I can continue with the game, and the solution will present itself, and I can go, oh, I have to go back to the one place. There's no hand-holding, there's no leading by the nose, and there's no, like, complete lack of solutions to everything you have to do. You're never racking your hair out. Like, racking your brain. Like, I can't even speak. It's amazing. I love this game.
So, you're endorsing it?
Absolutely. Okay. However, if you get freaked out by scary gameplay, don't play this. If you get freaked out by shaky cams or have some sort of a motion sickness, don't play this, because as far as I know, you can't turn off first person.
I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I have played, you know, a couple. I own a PS3. I don't own a PS4 or an Xbox One. Bad nerd, but I don't. I don't. I am gonna have the Nintendo Switch because obviously Breath of the Wild is coming out. But I do have an appreciation or an admiration for a gaming franchise that has done what Resident Evil has done. You look at any other gaming franchise, and no other gaming franchise has the longevity in the movie industry like Resident Evil does. I mean, if you think about it, they've had, what, 6, 7 movies at this point?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Mila Jovovich, just, you know, kicking ass and taking names in every movie.
Michelle Rodriguez. Oh.
Michelle Rodriguez.
The first one was the best, though, hands down.
First one was really good. I actually went and saw it in the theaters. I did see the first one. I saw the first 4. I need to catch up, but I have baby. Yes. And you cannot watch horror movies with baby.
Well, you
And
can.
also, if I'm going to watch them with Kate, I have to watch them in the afternoon. I have to watch them in the afternoon where the sun is shining and Zoe is taking a nap. And, you know, we have to hold hands and say we are going to get through this together because we're strong, intelligent adults. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
You can do this.
We can do this.
Yes, we can.
All right, so enough about Resident Evil. Go and check it out if you have a PS4. Highly endorsed. $60 well spent?
Absolutely.
Okay, $60 well spent. 4 thumbs up?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, good. We'll move on. So, it's been announced by Funimation that Attack on Titan is getting a Season 2. This is something that people who have watched this a while ago have been waiting for. I am one of those people. You are one of those people.
I'm absolutely one of those people.
Attack on Titan was an anime that kind of took the world by storm. Obviously, the anime gets started in Japan, and then it trickles down over to us, we Americans. It came onto Netflix, and when it came onto Netflix, I ended up watching it one night. I had to go upstairs. Kate was having a girls' night, and I said, let me check this out. And I pressed play, and I couldn't stop watching it. And I watched it all the way through. It was amazing. I think it took me 3 days of just like binge watching, going, I can't go to work today. I gotta see this to the end. And of course, my question, like everyone else, when you see a great first season, you want to see when the next season is going to come out. This was 2 years ago. I saw it on Netflix. And I've been waiting. Now, you were talking to me about a live action that you saw.
Yes. Yeah, there was the live action. Well, okay, so after the anime exploded in popularity, there was a car commercial that I think it was either Nissan or Toyota or one of the Japanese car companies put out, and they made the driving and they CG'd a Titan right behind this car as it was knocking rock faces down and stuff, and it went viral. Everybody saw it. It was crazy. After that, they were like, let's try this live action style. I haven't watched it and seen how the transition was from the page and the animation to what a live action would be like, but I've heard good things.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably end up seeing it at some point. Right now, I'm waiting for Season 2. Now, there is a valid reason why Season 2 has been taking so long. Season 1 was written. After it was done being written, it basically went almost immediately into animation production because they knew they had something wonderful here. They made the first season, and while they were shooting the first season and getting it all set, and even after it released, the author, his name escapes me, but he hadn't even written enough for a second season. So he's writing fast and furiously and just waiting, for him to have enough material to make a second season. The book started to come out slowly but surely. The story, for people who are reading the anime, know basically how Season 2 is going to play out. But at the end of Season 2, we might be looking at another 2-year wait as these books start to come out. So just hold on to your belts. Now, there's something very odd about the date choice they have for the release of Season 2, and I really, really hope we don't have a Firefly on our hands. For those of you who are fans of Firefly, you know, Season 1, done. We had one season, Fox canceled it. We got a movie, Serenity, which was amazing, and that's the end of the Firefly season. There's been talks of an animated series, which haven't come to fruition, but they're still one of the most popular things that happens Comic-Con every year. One season. They are releasing Season 2 on April 1st. April Fool's Day. Now, I don't think Japanese culture knows that much about April Fool's Day, or Funimation for that matter, but in the world of misinformation
and alternative facts,
we're not getting political. In this world, I would not put it past an April 1st deadline that just never comes. I mean, it's been confirmed by Funimation. I'm going to be chomping at the bit for this April 1st. I hope that my feeling on it is wrong, but we'll see what happens. Attack on Titan is, just going to be something that I'm going to look forward to.
Absolutely.
You're going to be looking forward to. I'll probably end up having a party and be like, everyone come over, we're watching Attack on Titan Season 2.
I'm in.
Once Zoe goes to bed, my daughter.
Yeah. The crazy thing is that we saw the trailer and we have an idea of some things to expect out of Season 2, but we don't know exactly which direction the animation is going to take it and whether or not it's going to derail from the manga and the light novel side of things.
Correct.
So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen, but...
I want to know what's in his basement. Mm-hmm. I want to know what's in his basement that he's trying to get back to. I want to know what that girl that got crystallized knows. Those are the two things that are eating at me that I just want to know. When he defeated her and then she crystallized, I had a lot of 4-letter words. I really did. I was mad. But they better give me some answers.
Yeah, the trailer revealed that there were spoilers. In case you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it. There was a situation where the Titans outside of the main city were actually protecting the city from other Titans. So in Season 2, you're actually going to get to see new variations of Titans. There's the big, hairy, colossal-looking Beast Titan. I'm calling him the Beast Titan, or the Behemoth Titan. Because we had the original Colossal Titan, which was in the very first episode, and then there was the Armored Titan that knocked down the wall. But I'm really excited. It's kind of like when Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 came out. There was all these extra bad guys and stuff. I'm really excited to see what kind of Titan variations we see in Season 2.
That'll be interesting. I definitely want to see what kind of Titans. I want to see the big battles. I want to see the technology for the hunters get better. The Titan hunters. I want to see what the scientists come up with. And the acrobatics and the high energy. It's definitely something that is meant to depress you. So please go into this with the idea that you're going to be sobbing some tears.
That first episode of Season 1 almost broke me. Halfway through, I was like, oh my, that just happened!
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't think cartoons can't make you cry, watch Attack on Titan.
Feels.
Just don't cry. You want to know what? If you cry, you keep your bro card. If you don't cry, you have no emotion, so you're not even human. Anyways, I'm done with that.
The animation's so gorgeous, too. And Season 2 seems to have stepped it up a little bit. It's going to be amazing!
Right. So, Attack on Titan Season 2. Go watch it.
But not on April 1st. I'm hoping that it's March 31st, and they did it as April Fools, we're going to give it to you sooner.
I hope so.
I'm an optimist.
Well, all right, midnight on Netflix. Refresh. All right, so... one of the reasons why I picked Kyle to be my first guest was because I have been introduced into this wonderful new world of live-action role-play. My wife is a part of AmpGuard. She has been since she was a teenager. Kyle, how long have you been a part of AmpGuard?
Just shy of 13 years.
13 years. So this is a game that has a lot of retention. And there's got to be a reason for that. A lot of people, when they think LARP, they think of role models, what they saw. We can talk about that. But, there's a lot of misconceptions about live action role play. Like, there was that video that went viral, lightning bolt. And that's what a lot of people...
Some games are like that.
But... I brought him on because, he's been doing this for 13 years, and I kind of wanted to just kind of unmask what LARPing is. So, Kyle, in your own words, give me a synopsis or a summary of what live-action roleplay is to you.
Ooh. Live-action role-playing to me is a chance to get away from the normal... life, right? Your normal 9 to 5 and all that other stuff, and have a chance to hang out with friends in an environment that you would not normally be in, beyond, something that's different from the mainstream. It's not going to the club. It's not let's go hang out at the bar and get some drinks. It's not let's go to a sporting event. It's let's go and either immerse ourselves into a world, go camping, combine it with battle gaming and fighting and stuff. But really, it's a place to go and be with friends.
Okay.
You start because the game seems cool. Whichever game it is, it doesn't even matter. But you stay for the people.
Okay. Very, very, very well put. I can tell you that I've been to a couple of these events. Now, explain to me an Amped Guard event. And I'm talking about like a full weekend event.
Okay. Amped Guard, which is the primary game that I play, I wouldn't even classify it as a LARP. It's more of a medieval recreation game with like sword and sorcery elements.
Okay.
But a typical Amped Guard event is usually Friday to Sunday, and you would show up Friday, set up your stuff, either get to your cabin or your tent if you brought it, because there are a lot of people who camp at these things, and you would sign in, get your credits for whatever classes you wanted to level up, because experience is given by game day.
Okay.
And you would spend some time fighting, playing battle games. Amped Guard plays a lot like gym class. You kind of show up, you change into the funny clothes, and then you play games. Okay. Over the course of the weekend, the games and the themes and the scenarios change. Okay. But there's always a transition between them. It's not a typical Dungeons and Dragons style thing where you're in-game and in character the whole time. So at Amped Guard, over the course of the weekend, you could have a tournament with fighting different foam fighting styles, single sword, sword and shield, etc. You would have like maybe a capture the flag game, attacker defender scenarios, castle scenarios. You would role play for an extended period in what we call a quest, which would be similar to like a small D&D campaign.
Okay, all right, cool.
Stuff like that. But basically you do that for 2.5 days, and at the end of Saturday we'd have a big feast, give out some awards, recognize the players for their achievements and contributions, and then everybody would just pack up and go home on Sunday.
Excellent. Okay, so explain to me foam weapons. Like, what are the weapons that you guys are using?
Okay, the tech will vary from game to game. Certain LARPs like the latex weapons that you can buy online. Other LARPs prefer to use the old school PVC cores with like the PVC plumbing foam wrapped around it and then covered in duct tape. Amped Guard weapons are generally a graphite core. For new players, we allow like bamboo, no wood, no metal.
Okay.
But bamboo's a reed, so we use that. And then we take sometimes drill spot or like the same kind of pipe foam, put it around the core, packaging tape it down, put usually a blue camp pad on the tips, packaging tape all that down real good, and then put a cloth cover on it that has to be opaque, so you can't see the foam and the tape underneath it. Okay. And the fabric helps to reduce some of the sting.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, if you get hit with these things, I mean, on a regular basis, it's not going to hurt you. But over time, it can cause some bruising. A little bit?
Not really, no.
No? Like, I mean, you're going to feel it when you get hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people, I think there's an association between getting hit and the sound effect of the foam making that pop sound. Mm-hmm. And that can be more of a psychological, like, I just got hit.
Yeah.
But really, it's just like, oh, okay, it's like stick tag.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, we hit each other with actual sticks. Like, this was just the next logical progression.
Yeah. Well, see, like, I was involved with a convention called Retro Game Con. Mm-hmm. And your Barony actually got to be a LARP demonstration for 1 year. And when that LARP demonstration, or Amped Guard demonstration, sorry, my apologies. And the Amped Guard demonstration was going on. I actually got to participate, and I had 2 swords in my hand, and I went against Eugene. And Carolyn was watching me, and this was my technique. My technique was just swing my swords as fast as I can and just run head first at who I was going at, basically. And so Eugene, with his very long arms, just watching me, and he's smirking, and I just watch as he gingerly moves his sword around me and goes, tap. By the way, you're dead. So I have a lot to learn. I actually went up against Kate. We went to one of the events, and I had a sword, and all of a sudden I see her standing sideways, and I lost who my wife was at that moment. it was just basically like kill or be killed, and you gonna die.
Kate with weapons is amazing. Oh my god, she's got just this hate behind her. Ah!
The fury of 100 women are behind my sword. Ah! Anyways,
I had to fight her. I was afraid for my life. I'm not gonna lie.
So, all right, but there was another thing I wanted to talk about because it's actually a fantastic thing, and I think a lot of people have a misconception about this. But you're a knight.
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
So for a lot of people, they think, "Oh, I can just come to the thing and I can pretend to be a knight." See, but that's what a lot of people think. So explain to the viewers at home how long it took you to become a knight, and what you had to do to become a knight.
Okay, knighthood in Amtgard is different than knighthood in other games because there's a qualification process beyond in-character contributions. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just serve your group and then eventually become a knight. You have to work your way up a ladder of award system. We have 4 different categories of knighthood. There's knighthood given for crafting, everything from garbing and leatherworking to metalworking, chainmail, that sort of thing. There is a knighthood for fighting prowess, which is my knighthood. There is a knighthood for service to the game, and there is a knighthood for being really, really good at holding office and administrating the game. Now, it will take the average player over 5 to 7 to 8 years-ish to achieve that ladder of recognition through the awards, qualify, and then have the character needed to be approved by the monarch to actually get them knighted. For me, I started playing in 2004.
Okay.
And I was knighted in 2013. So that was nine and a half years to actually get knighted.
So this is a big deal.
Absolutely. It's the epitome of titles and awards that, our game really offers.
Can you go into exactly what happened when you got knighted? Like, what was the ceremony like?
It's on YouTube.
Okay, that's great. But give it to me in your own words and explain to me, like, because I went to an event last Christmas called Yule.
Okay.
And one person got knighted. I've seen one other person get knighted. Being someone who's on the outskirts of the game, where I go to the events, I have a good time, but I kind of do my own thing. I'm not really into the battle games yet. Kate's convinced I will be, and so are you. But
once you try it, you're lost forever.
I know.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
Excellent. Okay, but the knighting ceremony was something that really spoke to me, and kind of was like, I want that. So, what was your ceremony like?
Mine was more laid back than the one you saw at Yule.
Okay.
A typical knighting ceremony is usually sort of catered to the person being knighted because it's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
It's basically everybody in our kingdom recognizing that a person has contributed enough to where we bestow upon them the highest level of award that we can give. But the knighting that you saw at Yule and what a standard knighting looks like is all the knights come forward. The person doing the knighting, whether it be the monarch or that person's knight, because we do have knights and squire relationships, usually they'll have a big grand speech about the person's contributions, their achievements, usually a lot of jokes on the side, but they'll be put down on a kneeler, usually one that's made for them. They'll have the sword put on both their shoulders, the whole thing. We do use live steel for knightings. I have a friend who is actually knighted with an arrow because he played scout a lot, and that's, your typical ranger class that would be out in the woods. So that was really cool. But they're given all kinds of swag, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you're given a white belt, which is restricted to knights. You're given the sword that knighted you, usually. You are given spurs, because even though we don't ride actual horses into battle, it's symbolic. You're given knight's chains, which are unadorned, that are supposed to represent the burden of your station and what you're supposed to be, the responsibility you now carry, because you're basically being acknowledged as a role model and a leader in the community. You're given the kneeler that you're on, and then people basically make you all kinds of awesome stuff and gift them to you.
Yeah.
But it's quiet. There's huge cheers after the whole ceremony's done. Most of them are so quiet you could hear a pin drop in the back of the hall.
Yeah.
But it's really formal. Mine was really informal. I did it in a public park, and I wanted barbecue. Thanks, Eugene. he barbecued. It was awesome.
Oh, nice. Well, the one I saw, like a lot of that happened, and a couple things that really stuck out to me is someone actually made her, it was Kat, made her a chest, a really large wooden chest to put everything in. And then there was a lady who was a comic book artist who actually drew, and she's been drawing them for a bunch of people in the Kingdom of Golden Vale, but just a depiction of her, and it was amazing. And the scroll that they had framed, it was just something to behold. And so, like, that was something that before I saw that, I was like, okay, this is cool. This is a club. This is something. But the entire way home after I saw the first Knighting, which was the year prior at the same event, I was asking Kate question after question after question about, okay, how did that happen? You know, this guy, he's been waiting 14 years for this. And like, it took me, I couldn't wrap my head around that. And then I said, this is something amazing. And just seeing someone get master level because someone received Master Owl, and that was something to behold. And the piece of glass that they made for Master Owl, that was amazing. So, you know, if you're looking for a community and you're looking like for something that you're going to be accepted in fairly quickly, because they're always looking for new players, they're always looking for people to join them. Where does your group meet, or our group meet? Because I'm technically kind of part of it.
You do have a persona. Your name is Zarkanon.
My name is Zarkanon. So,
no, our group meets in Liverpool, New York, in Onondaga Lake Park, next to the skate park. But we have a Facebook group called the Barony of Heronshire that all of our information is posted on. We do recruit at like conventions and stuff like that. We play every Saturday at about 2 in the afternoon. 2 to 5 usually, 2 to 6, 2 till we get bored.
You don't need any equipment, you don't need anything, just show up. Make sure you're wearing clothes that you don't mind getting sweaty in, because you're going to get sweaty. They do it every Saturday, rain, shine. If you want any more information, you can look on Facebook. They have the Barony of Heronshire. If you search them, ask to become a member of that, they will accept you with open arms. You can find out exactly who's going to be there, when they're going to meet. You can be involved and have a really, really good time doing so. Get involved in the events, in the kingdom. You definitely, once you get involved, want to go to an event. It will absolutely get you set up. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about it.
I do want to touch on one thing, though,
Sure.
because something you said actually reminded me. A lot of games that are out there, games like Alliance LARP, Nero, Dystopia Rising, Doomsday, they charge admission when you get to the door, unless you're like NPCing. A lot of games are like that. Amtgard is a completely free-to-play game, because it's a non-profit organization. Nobody's pocketing any money or making anything off of doing this. It's completely volunteer run. Any money that gets put in goes towards printing off of rulebooks, and that money usually goes back into the activities, like to pay for the food and stuff, when we actually have like a feast every few months. Yeah. And that sort of thing.
And the other thing that I did want to mention, because if I don't mention this, I would not be able to go upstairs after this. It's not just about the sword play. That's a big part of it, and that'll probably get you hooked on it. But you learn a lot about making clothing, about making metalwork, about making woodwork, cooking. There's literature. Like I'm currently writing little short stories that I want to enter. You can do many, many different things under the realm of this Amtgard. You don't have to be someone that's a sword jock.
You can play Amtgard and never pick up a weapon.
Yeah, so you can just go for the fun of it. There are people that will show up to the field that haven't been there in ages just to come and talk. I show up at field, I sit there, I laugh with the guys, and I leave.
Yep. And our game has 10,000 people from all different walks of life.
It's all around the United States and Canada.
There is a park near you. If you're not near upstate New York,
you'll find a park.
You can find a park.
All right. Well, it's the end of the show. Kyle.
That was so fast.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. It goes quick. Time flies. Kyle, thank you so much. Now, before we go, you were contemplating starting a podcast?
I'm actually going to be starting a YouTube show, yeah.
Okay, starting a YouTube show. Please, plug.
It's going to be all about anime, because I'm a huge anime nerd, as if you couldn't tell from how excited I was about Attack on Titan 2. No, it's going to be called Rogue Otaku Anime.
I like
on
it.
YouTube.
I like it.
Because my fighting company in Amtgard are called the Rogues.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
So Rogue Otaku, coming soon. He'll have more coming out on Facebook. I'm sure I'll share the feed once he's up and running. You can catch it on YouTube. For those people who are not watching this live, these do get posted to YouTube. You can watch it there. You can watch it on my Facebook page, Nerd Attempts to Save the World. I'll be posting a link to Twitter. We're getting a little bit into Instagram. We're doing all that stuff. One last thing, just like last episode, I am mentioning we do a Patreon. It's patreon.com, Nerd Attempts to Save the World, acronym, okay? So, let me try this again. NATSTW. Okay, so Patreon, there's a link to it on the Facebook page. You can donate nothing and just enjoy it. If you donate $1, what I'm promising to do with the money is just basically upgrade the sound equipment, upgrade the video equipment, upgrade the editing equipment.
Upgrade the guests.
Upgrade the guests because,
Non-profit.
upgrade the host. We're going to upgrade everything. We're going to supersize it. We're going to make Nerd Attempts to Save the World great again. It just... Damn his marketing. Okay, anyways. Damn his marketing. Thank you, everyone, for watching this. I'm James McKay, Nerd Attempts to Save the World. Kyle, thank you very much for coming on. It's a lot of fun. Next week, we are going to have Brian Downey come on. He's a great friend of mine. He worked with me at my former store, Clutter Ducks. We did a few Clutter Ducks videos on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and just type in Clutter Ducks, you can check out episode 1 and episode 4. Those are the two I highly recommend. We are going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 2. We're going to have a very large discussion about Magic the Gathering, the card game. The popularity of it. Is it going up? Is it going down? What can we do to encourage new players to play the game? And we're also going to give you some advice about what to do on your first, second, third, fourth, on an interview for a job. We're going to give you some pointers on how you can make yourself extremely desirable to any employer out there. Once again, thank you very much for watching Nerd Attempts to Save the World. I hope you had a great time. I had an excellent time. Good night.